Just send the link in the group and tell everyone to join. Okay, Kavya. Health is not well, beta. Fever is there and body pain is there. And for that only, and network uncle is today killing me a lot. So let's get back to work. Last class we were talking about till now male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ, both we have discussed about. Now one thing we came to know that yes, male and female do have a separate gametes. They are exactly called they are called as germ cells, that is sperm and ova, and they are actually participating in production or fertilization. They are exactly participating, or they are exactly taking part in reproduction. They are taking part in what? They are taking part in reproduction. So I hope now it is covering the screen, beta. Ready? Good evening, Shiva. Okay, now we have already discussed some very important points. Now I think my children are there to start. Now we have understood that ki male reproductive part and female reproductive part. Male reproductive part is given sperms and female reproductive part is given eggs, and the fusion of them is exactly called as fertilization. Now from today, our today class will be totally based on कि what happens after fertilization, what happens after fertilization, and how the development of a child occurs in mother womb. Okay, so our total focus will be there to know. The first thing is that when exactly what happens, that when the male sperm and the female ova, they are exactly going to fuse, that will be exactly forming fertilization. That step will be exactly called as what? Fertilization. Now after the fusion of sperm and ovum, zygote is exactly formed. So we have understood that one also. So we will go to one step ahead than that. Now this fusion, that fertilization is marked by what? Means once the fertilization will be occurring, after that another important feature will happen, and that is there will be no menstrual cycle for female. Means once the fertilization is done, once, because every month the uterine wall, that is the endometrium wall, that is the inner lining of the wall, it is making itself thick so that it can welcome the baby. Now if the endometrium wall will not be receiving the egg, then it will exactly come out as the form of menstrual cycle. Darni, good evening beta. It will come out in the form of menstrual cycle. Okay, it will come out as what? In the form of menstrual cycle. So now we are going to understand what exactly happens in the fertilization. So here whatever points are there, this time I have compiled the points. So only the most important point I have taken, and these points only I am going to explain. Fine. Now what is the function of fertilization? Means function of fertilization, so it activates the egg to undergo cleavage, that is mitotic division. Now you have to understand that until and unless egg will not be released receiving sperm, it will not get fertilized. So the most important function of fertilization, means fertilization is a process of fusion of male and female gamete. So if there will be no fusion, then there will be no formation of zygote. So if there will be no formation of zygote, that means no mitotic division, means no cell duplication, triplication will not be there. Okay. So cell will not be able to duplicate, replicate. The reason behind is cell will be undergoing that only after fertilization, and this is a very important function. So the first important point is it activates the egg to undergo cleavage. Cleavage means to break internally. Cleavage means to break internally, so that it can be duplicating the cells to 2, 4, 8 like that, undergoing mitotic division. Fine. So the first division which is undergoing is mitotic division. Now next important thing is the egg will not divide until the sperm enters it. That is the cleavage what we discussed right now. That is the breaking of the internal cell by doing mitotic division will not be done until and unless the egg will not be receiving sperm. So this is the most important point. Now next is the fusion of nuclei of sperm and egg during fertilization restores the restores the diploid condition in the zygote. I just by typing mistake, it is diploid condition. Okay, the fusion of nuclei of sperm and egg during fertilization restores the diploid condition in the zygote. So that means ki when the fusion will be taking place between the sperm and the egg, coming from male, sperm is coming from egg, female is for female, egg will be there. So when they will be fusing, the zygote formation will be there. Now that zygote will be exactly diploid. The zygote will be what? The zygote will be diploid. Okay, so the diploid condition in the zygote will be formed. What type of condition? Diploid, 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 diploid. Okay. Next is the embryonic development of the zygote start immediately in the fallopian tube. After the process of fertilization, the embryo moves down towards the uterus and gets attached to the thickened inner wall. So whatever we have discussed in last class, same thing I have just reflected that here, that okay, once fertilization will be done means now from zygote to embryonic phase starts. Now zygote to embryonic phase, once it will be starting means now the egg will have to start its journey, and it has to fall into the inner lining of the uterus. To go for this process, what is exactly happening here, beta? That is the embryo will start moving. So shall we see it in a much detailed form? Now let's see. First, the egg will be, that is Graphian. Yes, last class we were talking about follicles now. After follicles, we discussed about cyst formation also, and we discussed that what and all are the problems coming for female ovary. Female will have multiple cysts. Now development of primary, secondary, third, tertiary stages of follicles are there, and then it will get converted into Graphian, and then it will get converted into that, then it will release and come out as an egg. So this egg, once it will be coming to the fallopian one, you see here one sperm entered inside it. Now after the sperm entrance, the fertilized egg zygote formation will be there. Now you see it is in how many days it is exactly going to double itself. Now you can see that male and female are there. So fertilization starts. Now first cleavage is going to start. From here only day 1, first cleavage means day 1 means the day it is going to fertilize, first cleavage will start, and then day 2 you see 2 cell stage will be coming. Day 3 to 4, 4 cell stage. Now if we will count, then 3-4 days means among 3-4 days it is exactly going to get itself into this stage, 4th stage. Then it is going to called as uncompacted morula. That is exactly multiple cells will be there, 8 cells will be there, and after that it is going to convert into again compacted morula. Means now you can see the difference in this part. Now in day 5 you will see that it is called as blastocyst. So once the cell will get multiple, and then you will see that blastocyst means multiple cells will be now present there, then it will be called as blastocyst. So now this blastocyst is now ready with a slight formation. Now it is ready to join with the, this is early blastocyst, and this is the late stage of blastocyst. It is exactly ready to hatch, means ready to connect with the inner lining of the uterus. So among day 8 to 9 after what you call conceiving, the exactly conceiving means after fertilization, day 8 to 9 implantation of the blastocyst will done in the inner lining of the uterus. Till here I hope everybody understood this point. Till here nothing new I taught, already we have discussed these points. So from day 1 of fertilization, from day 1 to day 8 to 9, how the egg will start its journey, and it will exactly go and join to the inner lining of the uterus, that is the endometrium wall. Till here everybody understood only type Y or N. I am going to go towards the next point. So I hope you might have understood that ki early phase will be there, and then it will get finally to blastocyst, early blastocyst, and then late stage of blastocyst, and then it will join, and then it will exactly join to the inner lining of the uterus. Yes, very good, Mustafa. So everybody, if you have understood, then we are going to go towards the next important point. So today whatever misconceptions are there, I am going to discuss about those things also. So now look here, implantation. So implantation is something which is exactly when the blastocyst will join to the inner lining of the uterus. That process is called as implantation. When the blastocyst will join the inner lining of the uterus, it will be exactly called as implantation. The close attachment of the embryo with the endometrium wall of the uterus is called implantation. So that means what? Blastocyst means I am talking about the egg, okay, the embryonic phase. So that will get connected to the inner lining of the endometrium wall. That means, okay, so it is exactly going to called as, it is exactly going to be called as what, beta? That is called as implantation. That part is exactly called as implantation. Fine. So now next important point we are going to see, just see here how stage 1 and stage 2, early blastocyst and late blastocyst is exactly so in the inner lining of the uterus, how it is exactly going to attach. Understood? So till here if we have understood, we will go to the, so this is the connection, means how the blastocyst, means how the embryo will be connected to the inner lining of the uterus. Once it will be done, after implantation, a special type of tissue called placenta develops between the uterine wall and the embryo. So let's see the placenta. So where is the placenta? So now this placenta development will be taking place. Understood? So now next stage I am talking about, I am going to talk about, means after fertilization. I have also discussed that once the egg will be exactly the fertilized egg, once it will fall into the inner lining of the uterus, it will get implanted there, and then the growth will start there. Okay, the growth of the embryonic development will start in that only. But how it is connected to the mother? It is connected to the mother with a special type of tissue which is exactly called as placenta. Okay, so now we are going to talk about placenta. I hope till here everybody understood. So this is exactly the placenta. Placenta are exactly disc shaped contents. This is playing a very vital role, because if I want, once upon a time I was connected to my mother through placenta only. Okay, through placenta only I was connected to my mother, because she was giving me blood and oxygen through placenta, and whatever my body waste contents were there, that was exactly going through the blood to her through placenta only. Through placenta only. I hope till here everybody might have understood that placenta is the connecting part which connects the mother to the baby. Umbilical cord is connected to placenta. Umbilical cord is connected to placenta. That is another thing, and that umbilical cord is exactly connected to baby and the mother. And many exciting features are there. I am going to discuss till here. I hope if any doubt is there, if you will ask, okay, then I will go to the next stage. Okay. So now we are going to see how placenta is exactly connected to the baby. I told you placenta are disc shape, okay. Everybody is silent. Okay, there are certain stages beta that are exactly I'm going to talk about that also. If placenta detachment will be there, means if placenta until February 11 onwards confidence exam start, descriptive, okay, no problem. I got this news beta. The baby won't be able to survive because I discussed this part na beta, the baby won't be able to survive. The reason behind the baby won't be able to survive because it is only connecting the baby with the mother. It is only connecting the baby with the mother, and if this placenta will get this this placenta won't be there, then it will be creating problem. The baby will not be getting nutrition, the baby will not be getting blood and nourishment, and the baby will not be able to exchange the waste product between the mother and the baby. There will be connection, sending of waste product will not be there, so the baby won't be able to survive. Oxygen availability will not be there. Fine. So now we are going to go towards the next part. You see here the placenta, how it is exactly connected. This is the placenta, and this placenta will be connected, and this part is exactly the umbilical cord connection. Fine, the umbilical cord connection beta. So Tawfiq, you understand this is a very critical content, okay. So I understood that point, okay. So now this placental membrane will be there, and with that you see umbilical cord will be exactly connected to the baby, huh. Now you see how umbilical cord will be there. This is the intervillous space. I discussed that villis are there. I am going to discuss about villis also. So now next point is, I am going to finish this part beta. So normal position of placenta. So the best position of placenta will be up. If placenta will be down, then it will be problematic. The placenta position, normally if the normal position of the placenta will be up, this side and this side, then it is called as good position. But if the placenta connection will be down, then it will be quite dangerous for the mother. Fine, it will not be good, it will be quite dangerous for the mother. So normal connection of the placenta, Akshaya, Sudarshan. I think in Hindi oxygen is transferred through umbilical cord, auntie. Yes, via placenta. Oxygen is transferred through umbilical cord via placenta. Fine. So like mother, how much oxygen through blood she is giving oxygen to the baby. Through blood she is through via placenta, umbilical cord, it is exactly going to go to the baby. Okay. It is exactly going to go to the baby. The baby, I think in Hindi we called it, in English what word you are going to call, I just didn't recall the name. That is exactly there, and that detachment will be there once the gestation period will be over and the baby will be born. Yes, umbilical cord will be connected, goes inside stomach, not nose. No, it is not going through nose. It is not going through nose. It is going through stomach only. That means in Hindi we called it Nabhi. In English, I don't know. I just don't recall that name. It is not coming in my brain right now. Through that only it is connected. So that will be connecting from mother to the baby. Okay. So that is exactly the connection. So now what is the placenta? We are going to talk about it. Topul Kodi in Tamil. Kartika, thank you so much. That is called as Topul Kodi in Tamil. Okay, I'll remember it. Huh? Now look here. So placenta is an organ that develop in your develop in uterus during pregnancy. This structure provide oxygen and nutrient. So what placenta is providing? Placenta is providing oxygen and nutrient to the growing baby and removes waste product from the growing baby's blood. The placenta attaches to the wall of the uterus and baby umbilical cord arises from it. I already told that the baby umbilical umbilical cord will be exactly arising from where, beta? It is arising from placenta. So till now we have seen that part. First we have seen among 8 to 9 days how the egg after fertilization will start its journey in the fallopian tube or oviduct, and then it will go and fall into the inner lining of the uterus, and then we came to know that uterus best position for attachment is the upper region. Best position for attachment is the upper region. After that we came to know that okay, placenta formation will be there, and placenta is providing nutrition, blood, oxygen to the baby. Placenta is providing blood, nutrition and oxygen to the baby. Can you see? Can you see? See, this is the placenta part, and this is the connection of placenta with the umbilical cord. So this baby is exactly about 9 months, and this baby is ready to come out. So this baby is a very developed baby, and it is exactly ready to come out. Okay, so you can see that the head is exactly in the correct position in the cervix region, and now it can be coming out. So now this is exactly the content. Fine. So now next part is we are going to understand what is exactly happening in the umbilical cord. You can see that umbilical cord two different colors are there, blue color and red color. This blue color and red color in the internal content of umbilical cord, it is representing one thing, that oxygenated blood is coming and deoxygenated blood is coming out. Oxygenated blood one movie is there. You are talking about the movie. So beta, this green, the blue color vessels are exactly taking the deoxygenated blood. So this blue color vessels are taking out the waste from the baby's body, and this red color is exactly oxygenated blood. It is containing the oxygenated blood, and it is going towards the baby. Indran movie. Okay. Till here everybody understood? Till here everybody understood? You see in the umbilical cord what is exactly happening. So two deoxygenated blood will be connecting, and it is taking out carbon dioxide from the baby, and the oxygenated blood is going towards the baby to provide thank you Michael, to provide nourishment to the baby and oxygen to the baby. Fine. So now next is placenta pervia. One word is called as placenta pervia. I told you na ki in the uterus, the upper location attachment of the placenta to the upper region of the uterus is exactly called as normal location. But sometimes what happens in the uterus, if the placenta will be connected in the lower part, means the egg will got attached to the lower region of the uterus, then there will be a condition where the female may have bleedings. Okay, the female may have what? Yes beta, waste also via blood, waste also via blood beta. So that time it is, the word is called as placenta pervia. So the previa, sorry, placenta previa. What is exactly placenta previa means here? That means first the location of the placenta will not be in the correct in the uterus part, and at the time of birth it may be problematic for the female. There may be bleeding. Okay, waste also via blood. Yes beta. So now that is when a baby placenta partially or totally covers the mother cervix. So now you can see here the mother cervix is not covered, but when the baby placenta, this placenta will be connected in this region, then this placenta part, if it will be connected, then how baby will come out? How baby will come out? So it may lead to bleeding. This is what condition I am going to say. So this is called as placenta previa. So it occurs when a baby placenta partially or totally covers the mother cervix, the outlet for the uterus. That means the outlet for the uterus means the baby has to come out from that region, and there only the placenta will be there. That's why I told you na ki when placenta will be attached in the lower position, then it is quite problematic for the female. Then the doctor has to do surgery only and to take out the baby. That is a normal one. Okay, the outlet of the uterus. Placenta previa can cause severe bleeding during pregnancy and delivery also. So both the case bleeding will be there. If you have placenta previa, you might bleed throughout, and this is exactly normal, but that is doctor to decide. That is doctor to decide. The doctors will do a scan, and after the scan the doctor will exactly declare that yes, the female is having placenta that is pervia. That is the placenta is exactly not in the normal location in the upper region, it is in the lower region. That's it. This is only. Now what is called as placental abruption? Now another one very important point, Tawfiq, I am explaining your point only. If the placenta will get disconnected, then will the baby be able to survive? So since placenta is the only life for the baby, which is connecting the baby to the mother and providing nourishment from the mother side, that is also one very important thing, that if it will be disconnected, the baby life will I don't want to use that word. Okay, so now placental abruption occurs when the placenta partially or completely separates from the inner wall of the uterus before delivery. Okay, so this can decrease or block the baby's supply of oxygen and nutrient and cause heavy bleeding in the mother. Okay, it can cause heavy bleeding in the mother also. So this should not have to be done. It's like as a female, I'll be saying that this case is a very unfortunate. And exactly the placenta when the baby will be coming out, now the baby will be coming out with the full the outer wall, and it will be just flushing it out. So now the baby 9 months, it will be in exactly, they will be inside the fluid beta. That fluid is a very special type of fluid that we are called as amniotic fluid. Okay, I'm going to talk about that also. So I think now you have understood what is placenta abruption. Placenta Pervia also we have discussed. So these are the problems that may be arising during the time of pregnancy. So total pregnancy is divided into 3 stages: first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. So total pregnancy is divided into 3 stages. First trimester is first 3 months. So first 3 months are very, very crucial months. After that, second 3 months, and then third 3 months. So total pregnancy stage means 9 months is divided into 3 stages: first, second, and third stage. First, second, and third stage. So that is exactly coming as 280 days or 9 months we are talking about. We are exactly considering it as 9 months. Okay, so the baby will be having growth and development for 9 months. Now gestation is the period of time between conception and birth, means from the time fertilization occurred, from that time till the baby did not come out, till that period it is called as gestation period. So during this time the baby grows and develops inside the mother womb. Gestational age is the common term used during pregnancy to describe how far along the pregnancy is. Means that is what, and we are exactly dividing the gestation period into 3 trimesters, like first stage, second stage, and third stage. That is what I was talking about. 3 trimesters are there. First trimester means first 3 months, crucial month. So exactly the sex of a baby will be determined by the 8th, 9th to 10th or 12th week. Means it will be like it will be declared that the baby born will be a boy or a girl, because their sex organs will be exactly formed in 3 months. Okay, so in 3 months we can be able to say that the baby who is going to be born will be a boy or a girl. Fine. So now next coming is the stages. So this is really a very, very nice stage. I'm going to explain about it because this is really very this stage is crucial, and we all have crossed this age. Okay, we all at the embryonic stage is the common one, but after that if you see, the journey is quite magical. Okay, so like when you will be seeing this is one zygote will be there, then 1 day, then 2 to 5 days, and then you can see that the development of the development, I think I am unable to read that days out here, but 3 days, 4th day, and then blastocyst, and then in 1 month you can see that the baby 1 month means the eyes will be, but you know what, if in 1 month if mother will go for scanning now, so the baby that gestation period will be total 40 weeks beta. And the most fascinating thing is, in 1 month means near about 4 weeks, if a mother is going, the mother going for a scan, and if she will be undergoing for a scan, she will be able to hear the baby's heartbeat. That is the quite magical thing. The baby heartbeat mother will be hearing in about 4 to 5 weeks. Mother will be able to hear the heartbeat of the baby in near about one month. Okay, 1 month the baby heartbeat the mother will be able to hear. And then the next stages, you can see that this is the second stage. Means first though hands and all will not be there, eyes will be totally black, there will be no white portion of the eye, and there will be no eyelids and everything. It will be like blood, like full content will be present inside, and eyes will not be there, and hair will not be, nothing will be there. And in this now, that fingers will also be not there. If you can see very nicely, it will be like all together. And then in 3 months, the baby, you can see that you know what coccix tail is there, the last bone now, the last bone is called as coccix. Okay, so this bone now, first for sometimes you can see that the coccix will be out, and then the more the baby will develop, the coccix will go and exactly settle inside the coccix. You can see here one tail like. Now for animals, now after this stage, the next stage will come ghost. No, it's not ghost actually. Okay, gestation period. We before being born, after dying, looks like ghost only. Okay, Akshay. But the thing here is, it's really a fascinating thing. Once you will go for medical and all, you will be learning in more advanced way, beta. But this part, the last part now, like tail formation. If you will see in 3-month baby now, that small coccix will be exactly slightly out. But the more the baby will develop now, and he's laughing, the baby coccix means the last bone now, it will go inside, and that is exactly helping in sitting and posture position. The coccix means the last bone now in the vertebral column, the last bone is very, very helpful, and that bone will go inside. But for animals now, beta, it will means after 3 months, means after certain periods, that coccix will come out and it will exactly form a tail. Okay, like cat, monkeys, they will form a tail. But for human, that means that is exactly a symbolic presentation that we had evolution, and because of that evolution, our tail, the last part, which was once upon a time maybe out, now it is coming inside, and now we are in a very developed phase. So we are different from others. Pelvic bone, auntie, yes beta, that is not pelvic, it is pelvis will be like this, it will be supporting. One thing, thank you for discussing that point. Now female now, at the time of pregnancy, the pelvis bone is there now, the pelvis bone which is connected to the line, it will broaden. At the time of pregnancy, the female pelvis bone will be, no, it is not connected in the vertebral column, Sudarshan. In the vertebral column, the last bone will be called as coccix. So the broadening of the pelvis is exactly very good, because it will allow the weight of the fluid and the baby to withstand in mother's body, and that's why the broadening of pelvis will be there. So after pregnancy, the pelvis will try to relax down, but during pregnancy period, the more the months will be proceeding, means the more the months will be coming, the broadening of the pelvis will be there. Understood? So thank you for taking that word, I forgot that point. Now look here, and you know what, in 6-7 months now, baby will start hearing, and baby's eye will be opening, and baby will pass urine also. So when the baby will pass urine now, so most of the urine what it is passing, the baby will be in that urine only, the baby will be in that urine only, and the fluid which will be secreted in from the mother's womb, that is amniotic fluid, in that urine will be mixing, and it is a type of nutrition for the baby. So it is a type of nutrition for the baby. The baby will be trying to open the eyes. Sometimes the baby will play with umbilical cord. No conscience, no like we will not be able to tell what the baby has experienced, because after birth they will not be able to say anything what they have experienced in 9 months. Okay, yes, correct only beta. And you know what, why baby after birth now, in 1 week they hear the mother voice and father. And you know what beta, till now your connections, sometimes we are emotionally won't be able to speak for our mother side and father side, but yet we are still connected to our parents. And you know what, because see, the one who is very close to the mother, their voice again and again the baby will hear. From the womb, the baby will be hearing the voices, washing machine voice, call bell voice, some annoying voice, some good voices. Yes, the baby will be hearing. And it is exactly like sometimes it is said that the mother will be having some type of food carving, means it is a type of hormonal change. Because of that, she may have nausea, vomiting and all that, but with that she will like some food. She will like some food. That is also is one of a very important factor. I am not going to take Yes, I'm not going to take more time, but these are exactly the special features. The baby will be sleeping, but 7th, 8th, 9th month, the more the baby will be growing now, the more the baby will be in mother's womb, the more last minutes of the birth now, the baby hair will start growing. The hair means last 7, 8, you might have seen that a premature baby now, were playing football inside. Yes, you were exactly trying to catch the umbilical cord. Some babies now, they will lick that thumb also. If you in scan, if sometimes it will be like the baby will be licking thumb also, like that also activity will be there, and like they will be trying to catch the umbilical cord also. So there are certain activities what the baby is doing, but the more they will like last 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, means after 36 week now, whatever weeks will be there, the baby will be inside mother womb. Now next activity is only gaining weight, and the more they will gain weight, then more hairs will be there. If you will see in that, the total gestation, popcorn with ketchup and chocolate sauce. So the more the baby will be inside the mother womb now, the more they will become gundu, and their eyelashes, hair, and hair in the skin, everything will start growing. Everything will start growing. Some hairs will be there, but in body that much hair will not be there. In 7, 8, you ask your mother, did she showed you your photo of 7 month? You will be like this, stick only. Head will be like very big, and you know what? The more the baby will be inside mother womb now, the head adjustment with the body will take place, and it is exactly going to be taking width from all the sides. Okay. Madhumita's photo, Madhumita, for reference, you show your photo, beta, to everyone. See, look here, the conscious stage, it is exactly in the unconscious state of mind, and you were not breathing that time, okay? In that amniotic fluid, you are not breathing. Thanks to the doctors who are exactly doing delivery, what they are doing is, once the baby will be out now, the first activity is turning the baby upside down, taking the leg of the baby up and patting on the back. This is one activity, and between the nostrils now it will be having, because the baby will be connected to the mother, so the nostrils will be full of that amniotic fluid. So the doctor will take it first, they will clear this region, so that the mucus filled chest will now have air passage, and the baby will start breathing. That first activity. And the second is tapping, or the what you call beating nicely on the back, so that the baby will start crying. Crying is very important, because once the baby will cry now, the what you call the alveolus now, it will get filled with air. Alveolus will filled with air, and you know what, baby can swim also. Baby can swim. The newly born baby can swim also, because the newly born baby will be in the amniotic fluid now. So many factors are there. Yes, but the baby will be crying. The crying activity of the baby is very, very important, beta. They must cry. Until and unless they will not be crying, the doctor will not be claiming that, as I have seen in movies. Okay, so I hope till here you might have understood. It's really very, very fascinating, beta. The amniotic fluid in which the baby will be growing now, the first stool of the baby, the first stool, biological stool of the baby will be getting converted into sex organs. Means they are not, you cannot say that they are stool. So they are exactly the waste that is forming, and that will be exactly getting converted into their what you call the sex organs, the male and the female. And multiple eggs will be there, underdeveloped eggs will be there. Doctor has to face that, but the baby urine and potty will be there. Sometimes once the baby will start its journey now, so they will what you call, once the baby will be coming out late, means everything will be done very nicely. The doctor has to first, because the baby will be having that amniotic fluid in the body, and that thicky that part will be there, which allows the baby to come out from the birth canal. So that that everything will be there on the baby. So first the doctor will take the baby and pat nicely. Once the baby will start crying, then cleaning process of baby will be done, and then once the cleaning process of the baby will be done, then that umbilical cord will be connecting there, then umbilical cord detachment has to be done, and then the baby will be given to the family members. So what is exactly amniotic fluid? I hope you are enjoying today's class, huh? So amniotic fluid is a clear, slightly yellowish liquid that surrounds the unborn baby fetus during pregnancy. It contained in the amniotic sac, that is what is the name, polyhydramnios hydramnios, may occur when a fetus cannot swallow a normal amount of amniotic fluid due to gastrointestinal, neurological or other problems. Yeah, they have to swallow that, and if they won't be able to swallow that amniotic fluid, then problem will be coming. So the baby mouth will be opening, closing also, that amniotic fluid will be going inside also, and the baby will pass urine also, the baby will hear sound also. Smell, I don't know about, I cannot claim about smell, but many a times I have read that the baby can smell also, but I don't know how baby can smell. It's not possible, but a baby can hear voices, washing machine sound and everything. That's why beta, the newly born baby na, they will, like, washing machine sound will be coming, something sound will be coming, the baby will not be awaking, the baby will be sleeping nicely. But very unusual sound which the baby might have not experienced during mother womb, if that will come, the baby will like bursting of crackers, like that type of sound, then the baby will awake and the baby will start crying. So crying is one of the activity through which the baby tries to explain that ki no, I have not known this sound, now I am new to this sound, so please kindly be gentle to me. I hope till here you might have understood. Tawfiq, I am going to read your comment, beta. So what is the function of amniotic fluid? Amniotic fluid is playing a very, very important part in baby's growth and development. If that fluid will be present in mother womb in an adequate amount, means the pregnancy is going to be very smooth. But if that fluid will not be in the correct amount, then the mother might have some complications. Okay, now like Tawfiq, but people like me will think that baby sneezing has seen in movies. Tawfiq, what comment beta you have deleted? Can you resend it? I'll just see. Now beta, so what is the work of amniotic fluid? One by one I am going to explain about the work of amniotic fluid, in which the baby is growing very nicely, taking the amniotic fluid inside, and it will be exactly umbilical cord also I think I have discussed. So allow room for amniotic fluid is the clear yellowish fluid that surrounds and protect the fetus in the uterus. Yes, it is also working as a shock absorption. So many a time if female will be walking or sometimes female will slip, that time the amniotic fluid will be protecting the baby from shocks, and it will be protecting the baby from external injuries also. So the baby will be quite safe in that amniotic fluid, I can say like that. So allow room for fetal growth, movement and development. So it is very nicely allowing the baby to grow inside it. Fine. So ingestion with GIT, that is growth and maturation, will be done into it. Now fetal pulmonary development, 20 weeks will be done with this amniotic fluid. Protect the fetus from trauma, that is what I said, protect the fetus from trauma, any shocks and injury. Maintain temperature also. So amniotic fluid also maintain the internal temperature for the fetus to grow. Okay, it contains antibacterial activities also, aids dilation of the cervix during labor. So it is aids here is not that disease aids. Okay, it is helping. See, amniotic fluid, once the total month will be there, means total 9 months, after that now there will be a contraction and relaxation of the uterine wall, means that is now the uterus is ready to release the baby out. At that process what will happen, contraction will start, but that particular moment the balloon in which, or the layer in which the baby with amniotic fluid will be there, that will rupture, and then amniotic fluid will start coming out. So once the amniotic fluid will start coming out, it will leads to the broadening of the cervix. So the cervix broadening is due to the release of the amniotic fluid. That is what it is telling, that it aids in the broadening of the fluid. So this amniotic fluid, once it will start coming out, so that's why adequate amount of amniotic fluid has to be there. So once it will start, means the amniotic fluid will open, then this cervix part will be exactly start opening, and that will lead to the birth channel for the baby. Hello Sambar Dosa. So that is what. So this part has to broaden, and once this opening of that birth what you call say, so that cervix region opening will be exactly due to the coming out of the amniotic fluid. The more amniotic fluid will come out, the more it will get broadened, and then the baby will come out. Okay. So we are going to talk about six facts about amniotic fluid. So 6 facts about amniotic fluid is it is exactly detected first around 8 weeks of pregnancy. Means first 8 weeks are very important for the baby to grow inside mother womb. Means after that the amniotic fluid will start taking place, because first 8 weeks pregnancy will not be that much known, but after that though the amniotic fluid will start surrounding the baby, and then it will exactly it will increase in size. Topic until one doubt in this generation, doctors know how to do delivery operation, but thousands of years ago how the people used to do delivery operation. See, look here, one simple thing I'm going to say, Tawfiq, like it's like you have to understand one thing, animals also deliver child. It's like cat, dog, mouse, elephant, all the animals now, they also deliver child, and their babies will be exactly coming out with the same process how human babies are exactly coming out. Fine. So they are not going to any hospital. Fine, they are not going to any hospital, and you might be seeing that once their animals they are delivering the baby, their first important work is they will lick their own baby. They will lick their own baby. I have heard of normal delivery, yes, and they don't have any special surgery or all. And some animals, if they will not have normal surgery, if there may be some complications. So in past years now, like many complications were there at the time of, so that's why death rate of pregnant women were very high. Nowadays pregnancy is a normal case, going to hospital and knowing about through scan, and delivery is a normal process. But before, like, and in many villages also, it may be life threatening. You might be hearing in news and reading it that these many female in India still at the time of pregnancy they are dying because lack of proper medical facilities. But beta, yes, but that time nurses were there, trained old ladies were there. So these old ladies, they were knowing how to, because from generation to generation it's a common activity. From generation to generation there may be some ladies, by touching the mother womb, they will be knowing that what is the proper location of the baby, and they were helping in childbirth. Okay, so these ladies were helping in childbirth. So now these ladies are replaced by the doctors. The doctors are experts and they are knowing then what and all contents are there. Fine. That is what I told you now. That time people were like animals, and see, evolution is one of a factor. We know that we were first Homo sapiens, but yes, evolution took place from that animal to this human stage. We have development in our body, our facial expression, our skin, everything got developed. Everything got developed, and there is multiple changes occurred in our human body. Okay, and some of the changes I have already discussed, and heredity and evolution chapter also I am going to discuss about it. But now though we are much aware about pregnancy and everything, that time there were no such awareness. That time death rate of female were very high. Even now also, if you will come to know that many a times during pregnancy many female are dying. The reason behind is lack of medical facility, lack of, because babies are also dying. Like the umbilical cord is there now, with which the baby is playing. Sometimes the umbilical cord will tie on the neck around the baby, and so that's why once the baby will be 7 or 8 month old now, the baby will start pushing hand or like that. Mother can feel that movement. So after 7 or 8 months now, the baby will eventually move in the mother's womb. So that movement of the baby will be one type of letting the mother know that the baby is okay. Okay, the baby is okay. Suddenly bleeding or something means now there is some complications. But that time doctors were there. Doctors were there to take care, but now doctors, that time doctors were not there. Old ladies were there who were exactly helping in pregnancy. At the time of delivery, they were helping, but now doctors are there. I hope, Tawfiq, I have cleared your doubt. Huh? So now after 4 weeks only, exactly detection of amniotic fluid will be there. Now Next is that formed partially from mom's side of membrane and rest from the baby's, its volume keeps varying. Yes, the amniotic fluid in which the baby is dancing nicely and growing, it keeps on changing. Okay, so it will be, I told you the baby will pass the urine, it will be exactly getting added to it. The baby will be nicely floating in that. Now at 38 weeks it is about 1 liter and later decreases to around 700 milliliter. So 38 weeks of pregnancy, the amount of amniotic fluid will be 1 liter, but after that it will go near to the pregnancy time, then it will be decreasing to 700 milliliter. At term baby's urination contribute to around 500 milliliter daily. So the baby urination is exactly adding. I told you the baby urinate in mother womb, and that is also adding to the amniotic fluid. That is also adding to the amniotic fluid. It is completely changed and replaced every 3 hours. Every 3 hours, rate of 300 to 400 per hour means it will be changed. I told you the baby umbilical cord will be connected to the what you call placenta, and exchange of contents will be taking place. So every after 3 to 4 hours there will be change in quantity, but the baby will pass 500 milliliter of urine every day. That is also a unique feature. Now provides cushioning, maintaining temperature, and allows baby to move freely. So umbilical cord also it is acting as a shock absorption also, and it is exactly protecting the baby. So now the next important point here is, what is parturation? Parturation means separation of the mother with the baby. Separation of the mother with the baby means once the baby will be about to come to the earth, means the baby is already born, means the baby is already growing in mother's womb, but now it's time to detach from the mother to the baby. That is called as parturation. Okay, that is exactly called as what? Parturation. So it is the action the action or process of giving birth to offspring is called childbirth, and it is also called as parturation. Means once the baby will be born, its umbilical cord will be disconnected and it will be taken out from mother also. It's not like that that placenta or umbilical cord, it has to be removed from mother's uterus also. Like a balloon pouch, it will come out. So nothing will be left inside. Okay, then the uterus will again contract to its size. Now what happens when the egg is not fertilized? So now all this process we have understood. Now when the egg will not be fertilized means every month the egg is waiting. I told you alternately 1 month this is coming, but if the egg will not be getting sperm, so from the male section, if the egg will not be receiving sperm, at that particular moment what will happen to the egg? Will there be production? Will be fertilization? Nothing like that. So now fluid will be called as amniotic fluid, beta. Now an ovary out of the 2 releases an egg every month. Uterus also prepare itself every month to receive fertilized egg. Therefore its lining become thick and vascular. In order to provide space and nourishment to the developing embryo, its fertilization takes place. So if the egg is not fertilized, the overgrown lining of the uterus breaks down and comes out along with the unfertilized egg through the vagina, through blood and mucus, and it is not needed any longer. So this cycle occur every month, and this is exactly called as menstrual cycle. So for female, menstrual cycle is a normal activity. Those female who will not have menstrual cycle, they are not normal, but menstrual cycle is exactly after puberty. It is a symbol that yes, you are normal. Fine, sooner or later menstrual cycle will come, it's normal, but one thing is there, that cyst formation, this thing, that thing, it will not be known to the lady until and unless. So fitness is one of a very important factor for female. You have to be fit, you have to be healthy. The more you will be fit, the more you will be away from cyst or something in the what you call fallopian tube or a problem, or uterus problem and fibroid problem. Many problems are there. Yes, placenta fluid will be coming out. Now the coming out of the fluid, so exactly what happens here, the coming out of the fluid from this birth canal or channel, whatever you say. So from this beta, only one thing will be very nicely, the amniotic fluid will come out now. So the more the amniotic fluid will come out, the more this mouth will become open. Okay, and the more the mouth will become open, once it will open to 60-70%, then the doctor decides to take the baby out. Okay, then the doctor decides to take the baby out. So I hope I have discussed everything about amniotic fluid also, also umbilical cord also. So umbilical cord is exactly connecting the baby with the mother. The umbilical cord is connecting the baby with the mother. The umbilical cord is providing what you call nourishment, food, oxygen, everything, glucose, everything will be provided by the through the umbilical cord, but it is connected to placenta. The umbilical cord is connected to placenta. I hope everyone might have understood. Now we have discussed about male reproductive part. The male reproductive part only has one work, and that to produce sperms. Okay, if the sperms will not be coming out, then the sperms have a lifespan. Sharon, good evening. Sharon, good evening, beta. So they will exactly okay, understood now. One doubt: how sperms go to ovary male, and that process is called as copulation or mating. That process is called as copulation or mating. Okay, so that is a biological word called as copulation or mating. Through that process only the sperms will be going to the egg. See, a cesarean delivery is what? When the doctor will be seeing that amniotic fluid in the this part, in the amniotic fluid in which the baby is there, now like the mouth will be opening. The doctor will keep on monitoring that how much percentage the mouth is open. The uterus will have contraction. The contraction of the uterus will bring so much of pain to the female. Now and this contraction will exactly expand the mouth of this. So this expansion of this will be there, and the baby will come out with high pressure, but the female has to push and take the baby out. But the most important problem is now once the baby head will be, rather than this, the baby head will be up, then, or the baby head will be in any other position, and amniotic fluid keeps on decreasing, in which the baby is there. If the amniotic fluid keeps on decreasing, then the doctor will do only one thing. The doctor will do a cut and will, whatever is the mouth now, it will do a cut and it will take out the baby from there, and will clean the uterus, and again it is attached and just stitch it. It's a normal cesarean process. Okay, they will only cut the what you call upper skin region, means from the skin region, and from there they will take the mouth of the uterus. This part they will be taking like up, and they will be exactly taking, they will not cut the uterus. Okay, so they will be exactly taking out the birth canal. From there only they will take the baby out. Fine. I hope I have discussed about fertilization, everything quite advanced. So now STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, we have to discuss. Another important point to discuss is STDs, means different type of diseases there, male and female disease, and vasectomy, tubectomy, how to control birth. Okay, that is another important point. So next class I am going to talk about, and female flower and flower reproduction is only left. So then reproduction chapter will be over. So maybe in 2 days I am going to finish reproduction chapter. I am quite very not well, but I am having fever right now, so only my energy is so low. Fine, bye everyone. I hope I have explained everything. You are born to continue life cycle on earth. You are special. Every child is special, because we want human species to be present on earth. Human, we are very special. We have knowledge. Each and every organisms are having knowledge. Okay, so we are special, and we should be born again and again. So only life process goes on. Bye beta. Thank you so much everyone. That was a very nice session. I really enjoyed a lot with all of you. Okay, you have cooperated a lot. Thank you so much.